Tracy Mitchell, VA. I'm from This Is 50. I'm looking forward to doing this interview with you guys. It's not something I usually do. I don't know nothing about cryptocurrency, but I did some research on it. And apparently you guys are moving very well in the industry, you know, collabing with talents, influencers, musicians. So tell me a little bit of background behind your story on how you got into this industry.
Well,
okay. So basically, 2.5 years ago, I was studying music in Germany. And yeah, I sent a beat pack to Southside from 808 Mafia.
Yes.
Yeah, and basically a week later he called me, flew me out to LA and signed me to 808 Mafia. And since then I produced for like, tell me who I didn't produce for. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can't even tell.
Yeah, he's produced for like
Future, Young Thug, Migos, everything, you know?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I definitely heard of you. So yeah, like you did a song actually with my guy, D. Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're close friends. We're always working with each other.
Yeah.
Shoot, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be like, yo, D. look who I'm on.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. Small world.
Yeah, so Gunboi, that's your name, correct?
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. I'm trained in jazz piano, and I was traveling in Germany, and then in just working the music out here, and I started working with big international artists, and then we linked up, and we just started working together, and then together we just started producing and writing together and such, and yeah, that's like the background of us doing musical collaborations and such. You know, we just been like working together for several years now, and and yeah, and now we're doing we're trying to like show different ways of putting out music through NFTs, because we kind of like, we're both getting further in the production space, but we also see how the industry kind of limits the growth of producers, you know, and also like kind of controls the barrier for entry and the barriers for payment, you know, like all music is released on tight schedules. Everything is done through like tight contracts, which are very slow moving. And we want to show like the producer community and the music community at whole that there are new options of distributing those like intellectual property rights through your music, you know, through NFTs and such, you know? And yeah. So yeah.
Who else is doing this? Is it just you guys that are a part of this?
So basically we did the music for the NFTs. So it's Billboard top charting, multi-platinum music production. Then we had like a whole game studio in Poland.
Okay.
Who did the artwork, the animations and stuff. Then we have our own graphic guy. Wait a second, we share the screen.
Yeah, we can share our screen too. Okay, great. So yeah, here's a background of our collection a little bit, and we could actually show you. So our collection is going to be 3D models that are paired to
and they look all graphics like PlayStation 1.
Yeah, they're done in PlayStation 1 style graphics. And then it's a production that we work on every day. It's our production that we actually use that goes out to these artists that's going to be used for like chart topping singles and stuff like that. So it's really our production. And when you own this NFT, you not only own the art to it, but you own the production as well. So you own 100% of the full rights, you know? And what's cool about that is even today, let's say, for example, the last record that we got placed together was Slatty, for example, that was on Slime Language 2, yeah. And so when the labels try and like get the rights for that song, when they clear the sample, they don't own the full rights. They still pay us royalties of up to $20,000, but they don't own the full rights to the song. Still, they still have to pay us royalties in perpetuity, you know? And what this does is create a system to where people or anyone, labels or just an independent investor, can own the full rights to this intellectual property, you know? And which labels don't even do to this day. And so the models are gonna be like this.
That's crazy. Wow.
And all the models, all the models have different types of rarities to them as well. So there's kind of a game aspect to it.
Yeah, for sure. This definitely gives PlayStation.
And how it works is that like there's different,
Okay, so why did you guys decide to call it For the Culture Collection?
Well, because our entire collection is based off of like things that are important to hip hop culture, and also explaining its importance in hip hop culture, you know? So we have a bunch of different objects that are all here, and they're from like different musical items to different things you see rappers wearing, to different things that are rapped about, you know what I mean? To different objects that you see rappers driving, to things that you see in the studio, to gold plaques, platinum plaques, to Grammys, to then you have the actual artists themselves. Hold up, I can pull up that list as well. And actually, I'll pull
Just go through the models.
Yeah, I'll pull up the super list. Wait, cool stuff.
Okay. So awesome. Thank you so much for breaking this down to me, because I'm just so curious about it.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on.
It's in WhatsApp. You can.
Oh, I'll just get the Google Doc real quick with the models so you can see.
Okay.
It's one of the why it's called For the Culture, you know?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so it's called, because what we're trying to do is trying to give a comprehensive description of modern hip hop culture, you know? So every single item and object in this collection could be also paired, not with just with music, but with the big description describing their contributions to hip hop culture, and how hip hop culture is kind of the culture that is, you know, the empowerment of all like impoverished people everywhere, you know? Like hip hop culture is kind of like the vehicle that in which all like people who feel like they're in poverty or being oppressed, like hip hop is kind of the voice to get that outlet out, you know? And cryptocurrency is a huge anti-establishment culture. That's what cryptocurrency is decentralizing financial institutions and giving people who are financially disempowered the chance to take part in future technology industries, you know, such as like owning virtual real estate, or owning, being parts of like virtual, being part of like new decentralized banking systems and units, and being, you know, the first investors in these kind of like new technologies. So that's what crypto represents to a lot of people. And we kind of want to marriage these things, you know, bring these two together to show a hip hop culture is like, you know, can be a part of crypto culture as well, and how they kind of like share the same ideologies of decentralization, you know, and fighting the establishment.
I'm definitely seeing the tie between it, like you said, like the hip hop community and cryptocurrency. And I see it everywhere, cryptocurrency. And I try to do my research on it and I still don't understand, but just hearing you break it down, I definitely get it now. So you guys are dropping this on May 31st?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes.
What is the significance of that day?
It was a good day.
It was a good day.
The next day is my birthday, so yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So there wasn't really like it's all about the company that we're working with. It's called Pvlace, and
yes.
You know, they collaborated with Tyson Fury now. They were doing it next, I think, with Lewis Hamilton and stuff. So they have it. So they have a schedule, you know. So we needed to. So there wasn't like really a plan when we're gonna drop it. They told us.
Yeah, it was more about we wanted to make the best collection we could first, and then organize the release schedule. So we put like all of our artistic vision into making sure this is like a cool artistic project for everybody who wants to be a part of it, you know. And not only do we have like the PS1 style of the rappers, we also have if you go. So we have like other objects like this, you know what I mean, like the McLaren, you know, and each is and what's cool about this, okay, so every person who buys an NFT in collection will be receiving a random NFT. That's the thing, you know. So you get a random one of these, you know. Now each one comes with one of one music. The music is one of one period. So no matter what you buy, you're getting completely unique, unused music that you can do anything with, that you own 100% full rights off. And it even comes with the contracts from our lawyers, you know, to make sure that you can integrate this with anything, you know what I mean? So,
So what has been the response so far on working with Fomo and even like releasing this NFT series?
We actually have, this is actually our second collection, and our first collection actually had great response to it. And there's our second collection now, and now we're, you know, we're just building from the momentum and people are really interested in it. There's also new technology and a new idea as well. So we understand that. So a lot of it is helping people to understand the concept of the fact that they can now own the intellectual property of music, and also like just getting the idea across to more and more people. So that's like just the main process here and what we've been doing.
And not also this, also like a lot of crypto people have no idea about like the history of hip hop. And so we thought, you know, we're gonna pair it. They're gonna be interested in investment wise, and they're gonna learn about the whole culture, how it's like, how it came together.
Yeah, we even include like, you know, the 5%er logo, you know, to truly educate people on some of like the deeper aspects of like the spirituality that hip hop came from and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And so we have like a whole, it's gonna be a whole comprehensive understanding of hip hop that people can get out of, you know, just going through the collection and seeing the collection and just like engaging with it, you know?
Interesting. And that brings me to my next question. Like, what is something you guys like really want music fans and just anybody in the music industry to really pull from this entire collaborative project?
We want people to pull that like through NFTs, there are new ways to distribute music. I think right now a lot of artists are just like, yo, here's a picture of me for 10 ETH, you know what I mean? And that's the extent of the thing. And in January, there was a huge boom in the NFT market. And I think a lot of people were, you know, kind of exploiting it in a sense and trying to like sell the same products they always sell as merch, but now trying to sell it for an upscaled price, you know, to try and enter the NFT market. And we're trying to show new creative ways for both the crypto market and for the music industry market to like distribute and to engage with music. You know, that's the thing, is that like with Spotify and Tidal and all these services, music has been reduced to like one stream is less than a penny. You know what I mean? And the thing is, music is still content, you know, video is still content, 3D models is still content. And we want to show artists that by combining artistic visuals in a creative way and distributing it in a creative way through blockchain and through NFT technologies, you can create like new engaging experiences for different types of audiences to get into your music, to get into a type of culture. Because we saw this as an art collection, you know what I mean? Like, we're producers and we make beats every day, but we saw NFTs as an opportunity to take our music and make an art collection, you know?
And teach the people about the whole.
Yeah, and teach people about hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Through the art collection. That's what it is. It's like, it's as if now we can set up our own digital galleries, you know, and the backdrop to these art pieces is our music, you know, and now we have the opportunity to kind of like to share this art in a different way. And so our communities can pay prices that they want to pay to actually own the art, you know, instead of just like engaging with it on Spotify or through Instagram. They can now just own it, you know what I mean, through the blockchain. And we just want to engage with that technology and try different ways of showing people creative ways to think about this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is great. I'm definitely going to keep it locked with the Instagram page and of course your guys' Instagram pages and just see where this goes. You mentioned earlier that it's kind of important for you guys to hop on this first. Like, do you want to go ahead, like tap into that more and why that is?
Why it's important to be on this first?
Yes.
Well, basically, it's just
it's so the thing is, music producers already did it, but in the sense of like they exploited the people, you know, like art pieces sold for $1 million or something. And we wanted, like, signs its name for the culture. We wanted to have prices that are able to afford for the culture. Normally, a label will pay me 20,000 for a beat. Like this was with like Sladdy on the Young Thug album. It's like 20,000 is currently the contract. And they and we still own it. The labels don't own it. We still have a percentage. And so with this collection, not even that we're teaching the people about the whole culture, we're mixing those two innovating things together. And also for like, it's gonna be less than $1,300 for like a musical composition, you know? And like, that's not even like 1/20th of what the labels will pay us, you know, for a whole composition. And the labels doesn't even own it. That's the crazy part. And the people will own it. They can do whatever they want with our music, and it's platinum, Billboard chart topping music
Yeah.
production.
It's still like the highest level music production. We put it like literally the work that we do every day. We put it into this collection, you know, so people could just own a piece of the music and do anything they want with it.
Well, I'm sure it's exciting to like even put your music to something other than just trying to get it to an artist or trying to get it heard. You're putting it to an actual art collection.
Mm-hmm.
So aside from this is excellent, I love this, but you have to let people know like what you guys are working on right now as well.
Just what we're working on. I think we're gonna be on the new Migos album.
I have three songs on the Migos album. I mean, like, if you just click through the Instagram, like yesterday I dropped a song with Suicide Boys, then the day before with Young Maul, then like before it was the Young Thug album, then it was the Key Glock album with Young Dolph. And yeah,
D-Dot Will is on that song.
Yeah, so me and D-Dot Will made this one.
Yeah.
And like, so before it was the Skies album, Rich the Kids album, you know, there's so many things. Gunboi album with Rich the Kids. Then we had the Migos single Rex to Skinny. Then we have the Rich the Kid to Bless song with Migos, you know.
Yeah, we do international records too. We have records with this guy Dart on. He's big internationally.
So we produce like for almost Designer, Future, like I don't even know like everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely know of you guys. I hear of you guys all the time. I'm very much plugged in with just producers, and I love like how y'all moving right now. Just like stepping out the shadows and really making a name for yourselves. Because back in the day, you know, producers would just be like, they wouldn't even be known. But now we're in a time to where you guys are like really making a name for yourselves. So what advice can you give to like struggling producers out there that they're having trouble really making some cash off of?
Embrace new technologies.
Yeah, this is the thing that we wanted to show.
Yeah.
I mean, like, producers nowadays think they're gonna make a beat, make an artwork, and put it on YouTube, and they're gonna end up with like you know, with the Lil Nas X song back in the day. But the thing is, like,
that game has kind of passed, but that was a new technology at that time, and that's the thing. Like, the thing is, like, at the time when YouTube was new, it was beneficial. I remember when people used to kind of make fun of type beat producer, where they're like, yo, what is this Lil Wayne type beat, blah, blah.
Now look at Internet Money.
Yeah, now those guys took over, you know what I'm saying? Why? Because they embraced new technology, you know? And it's gonna be the same thing in the future with NFTs. Like, the producers who are able to embrace technology the best, they won't even have to engage with the music industry. And this is a lot of money.
And this is not even for music producers. This is also cool for like upcoming rappers.
Yeah.
The thing is, because the technology is so new, it's like YouTube back then, you know, when it dropped, it had like 10,000 videos on it. And if you posted a beat on it, you had a lot of attention. That's the same thing with NFTs right now. If you make really good like music and put it out as NFTs, you have a really high chance of like getting super successful in this way.
And what's crazy too is that, like, let's say you sell an NFT and then someone else resells it. You actually get a percentage of that resale value. And never before in any type of art industry had that been possible. Because even like if I was like Pablo Picasso, you know what I mean? Like, some of my paintings sold for like, you know, $5,000 at that time. And then I die, you know, and then like 50 years later, that same painting sells for 50 million. You know what I mean? The original painter like doesn't get one single percentage of that,
or like
you
the
know?
family,
or the family gets none of that, you know. But now in this new art industry, that's possible. So now artists can put their musics out and have them distributed, and then actually get paid in the redistribution of their music as people like trade it and sell it, you know. The only caveat for entering this industry is your creativity. That's really what it is. Like, people are very fickle with how you're going to enter the market too. They don't want just some bullshit art where it's like, okay, this guy's just trying to grab a lot of money, you know. They want real art, and that's what it is. It's going to challenge artists and producers alike to like start, you know, putting out more artful art and content so they can get, you know, a better value, so they can give value to their community and get paid better for it. You know what I mean?
Right. So
and also it's cutting out the middleman, you know. Before it was the labels or like some third party company who owned the rights, and this is like completely cut off.
Yeah.
Like I make the music, we're gonna drop the NFT. That's it. There's no labels involved, nothing.
And just some advice for producers, like you said too, before we did this, like this dude was one of the major sellers on a website called Sellify. He was taking his music and bundling them up and packaging it and then selling them, you know what I mean? And like, that was like a big framework for a lot of producers for a while. I even started doing that as well, you know? And that's one thing we did. We, you know, I have a Patreon, you know, and that's one thing. And then BeatStars, many people do. Are you still there? Did you freeze, Tracy? Oh, no, I think she froze. Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on a minute. I think it will reconnect.
Okay. Oh no, we lost Tracy. We lost Tracy. No.
I think she'll join again.
That's okay.
Okay, let me fill up the
This
cup.
is doing great. You guys are doing
Yeah, you
great.
guys are doing amazing.
Thank you.
You guys should really come to Dubai and participate at like all the events here.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we should. That goes to Dubai.
We absolutely got you.
We need to get some oil money behind us, bro. Then we could do anything.
There's crypto money.
Yeah, it's all the secret. Oh yeah, the crypto money.
The crypto
Dubai
money.
crypto money.
She
Yeah.
just messaged me. She's coming back.
Okay, perfect. You should explain more. Like, oh, this shit, you know.
I mean, they get it. They're gonna get it through the collection. It's here. It's all in the text. You know what I mean? It's all there. It's like 21 pages of text linking all these rappers together. You know what I'm saying? Down to the, you know, the feds. I wrote this with some good ass writing. You know what I mean?
I don't like the team.
You know? Yeah, dude, like the 5% Nation. A lot of people don't know this shit, you know? You know, every rapper was part of it. Yeah, the Jay-Z, these like all the big names, the early names, they were all.
Honestly, you guys really know your NFT stuff. I'm really impressed. Like we've worked with a bunch of artists that like are doing NFTs, like some MMA guys as well. And I'm really impressed. Like you guys really know what you're talking about.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been watching it for a little bit, you know.
Nice.
Yep.
You can
We've
tell.
been into crypto for a long
She's
time.
back.
So. Okay.
She's back. Okay, great.
I'm back in, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry. I'm sure y'all producers like when that computer dies. Yeah, but are we still recording?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, just keep showing me anything that you guys need to just really get the story out.
Yeah, people just need to understand that our collection includes everything from the Black Power Fist to a McLaren to where is it? You know, to the 5% logo,
Star of David,
to the Star of David, to a Jesus piece, to some grills. We're trying to include every single aspect from hip hop past, present, and future that makes it what it is today, you know what I'm saying? And explain how like these things aren't just like, you know, they aren't just like, you know, they didn't come from nowhere. You know what I mean? A lot of these things didn't come from nowhere. And that's why I want to explain to people who like might be looking at hip hop from a distance or might be new fans of hip hop too, you know? Because a lot of this too was like also for educating a lot of my friends, my personal friends too in my life too, who like know some things about hip hop but not everything. I want to like make a whole comprehensive guide about hip hop if you go through this collection and like engage with it in any type of way. And that's the fun about it. And that's what we hope that people, you know, start taking into art decentralization, is trying to make more fun collections and engage with the audience in new ways where it's not just, hey, you're not just buying stuff, you are, oh, I'm enjoying stuff and I'm learning from the stuff. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
and then
dynamic
and then it's back with the value of the music, you know?
Yes.
And at the end, the music itself, yeah, it's from chart topping platinum production. So yeah, you know, it's the best production you can actually buy.
Show Cardi B or like.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you interested in seeing any of the models? Hold up.
Let's keep going.
Oh, whoops, I left it.
All right.
Let's see.
I'm just over here scanning my notes to make sure I cover everything. But so we could look forward to. That's so cool.
Yeah, this was the dress that she wore on the Grammys.
Yeah,
Super iconic outfits.
every outfit is gonna be iconic and explain like a important moment, you know.
I love it.
These one come with the beat. What else?
Future.
That beat's going crazy too.
Ooh. Oh, it's clipped a little bit. Oh, that's the clip. Okay. Oh, cool.
So how often are y'all like in the studio working on some new beats?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every single day, like from morning to night.
Almost, pretty much. Like
That's the only way you can get those big songs, you know, with like Young Thug, Future, or gonna be on the Migos album. And yeah, that's the only way, you know. So there's no like
could you send like
time.
could you send like 100 and they ask for 100 more before you know? Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're constantly sending back and forth stuff nonstop until like an album comes out, and then you know what I mean?
What was y'all's first big placements?
The first big play, wow, that was I think it was the first placement I got was 2.5 years ago. It was on Rolling Papers 2 from Wiz Khalifa, the song called Homework. And this was the start of my career. Like this was when I joined 808 Mafia. Then we had like Rex to Skinny, Migos, to Blessed. I mean, I need to look on the Genius page, to be honest, because I don't even know. Then I was with Juice WRLD in Munich. I traveled with him for 3 tour dates in Germany. We have a lot of music together that will probably come out soon in another album, hopefully, yeah. So yeah, I've been in the studio with Designer, Offset, you know, Quavo, Juice WRLD, and yeah. But like since Corona, I can't go from Germany to LA, you know, unfortunately. But yeah, I pretty much worked, you know, I can give you a comprehensive list, but like I probably
Genius pages.
I probably worked with like
Pull up the Genius pages too, because yeah, I hear the tags everywhere.
you needed to put it there. Okay.
Yeah, Big Tipper.
Yeah, on the Future, yeah, almost like.
That's like that's the Juice WRLD leak. Section 8 by Lil Baby, Slidey.
Future, Touch the Sky, Future Gone Dummy, Rich Kid, Too Blessed, Lil Xan, Rich, yeah, Lil Skies. So yeah, it's probably Drake, Kendrick that I didn't work with, and then we have, I think, the list done.
You said you never worked with Drake and Kendrick, and that's one of your goals?
Yep.
Yeah. Soon. You heard.
Oh yeah, Tory Lanez. We had the Tory Lanez.
Oh yeah, Tory Lanez. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Fontaine.
Yeah, Gotti, when he got like we got the first day out song with
Doughboy. Cool. I like this. Is one of my favorites.
It's one of your favorites.
Yeah, we did. But yeah, lots of stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, you guys are definitely moving in the right direction, and I'm super impressed with just everything you guys show me today and all the music that you got going on and the credits that y'all built already in these last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I was just working, you know. And
right.
We just doing the same stuff every day, you know. We just do the same thing every day. At this point, it's like,
does it ever get tiring?
Well, it's like a whole industry now, you know.
You can ask Tito Will, man, how often I sent him like files, you know.
He was just talking about you too, because he don't live that far from me. He lived probably like 20 minutes from me, and like he you know, just playing me like all the stuff that you guys already worked on, and he told me the story about how, you know, Move Around came together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I can tell he's very proud of it and how it came out.
Yeah, I'm too. That song was amazing, and I really love the music video behind it too.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites on the project. And I could tell Key Glock really likes it too.
Oh, for real? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I
On
know.
his Instagram.
He's always bumping it on Instagram. I saw it. Showing the snippet like half a year before it even drops.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, okay, calm down. Wait until it drops first, and then let us hear the whole thing.
That's the best when the artists like the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's always the best.
That's also really cool with Sladdy right now.
Yeah, it's because like the people like the song. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like it has a video or like they put promotion behind it, but it's like you see the people are fucking with it. You know what I mean? Like you see like at the $1 million worth of game podcast, like that's like a big podcast, and the fact that they're just jamming out to the song in the beginning, that shit is a where is it? Wait. $1 million worth.
You know what's crazy? I be like on my own time. I be watching like all of these things, like just trying to keep up with it.
Yeah, I've been watching these. A homie said this to me. He was like, "Yo, you see this?" And it's all vibing. But that's dope because these are like hip hop legends. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool that like they're like, yeah, this is the song. You know what I mean?
And it's funny that it was made here. You know, it was made right here. You know,
just like jamming. Yeah.
And now it goes around the world. I see a lot of TikTok dances with Sladdy. It's so cool.
Yeah. That's sick. So that's sick. That's always the best when the music has like an impact on like the people. When the people actually fuck with it, and it's not just like some industry shit.
Exactly. And these days I'm more concerned with the beat. Like I don't even care what the artist is saying in the song. Like that's
kind of sad sometimes though. I don't know. I still be listening to the lyrics. That's me. You know what I mean? Like for me, good lyrics and a good beat, it's like, all right, whoa, this is some fire shit. But sometimes people just be floating on the beat, and it's like, all right, cool, Like,
y'all heard that new record with Trippie Redd and Cardi?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that song? Because the beat is so fire, but what the hell are they saying?
Oh, that's that race style.
But yeah, that's really cool that you appreciate the beat, because this is the thing that I thought of too. I was like, yo, this beat is so good, like it's almost wasted.
The beat among the producer community, that beat is like copied like 10 times a day. Like everyone, like it's funny because the snippet for that song came out like a year ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like a while ago, like almost a year ago, where the snippet came out. Everyone heard that snippet, was amazing. They were immediately like, yo, this beat is so godly. It's the greatest beat I ever heard. Everyone started copying that beat, ran the sound up. You know what I mean? So by the time the song came out, for me, it's like,
no, I still felt it.
Really?
But I think it was dropped too late, and I think it was the lyrics,
They wanted the Cardi feature, I think, so that's why they waited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, the way Cardi came in was dope, but like you said, Pvlace, like I feel like it was a waste of a beat. Like that beat could have just stood on its own and did its thing, but the lyrics and just like even like the recordings, the vocals on there, it just didn't. It was just the beat.
It didn't match.
Nah, it's because it's easy mode rap today. They can just like sing in auto tune and say like words that kind of rhyme and just like say nothing, and like people are gonna like vibe to it, like hey, But like it's still easy mode. I feel like at the end of the day, those songs won't last. That's the truth. Like the truth is, like people still need some kind of substance for the music to last. And I feel like even music that's dumb and simplistic, like the best versions of that still have meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying? But like sometimes people are getting away with just like riffing and auto-tune, you know what I mean? Or some songs are just like auto-tune singing and auto-tune vibing and shit, which is like okay for like a vibe for like a couple times, but I feel like it does get old fast. And I think like, just from like a musical standpoint, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like music needs to like touch certain things, certain meaning, certain feelings in order for people to go back to it over and over again. And I don't think a good beat is enough. You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like not everything can be like a Nick Mira and Juice World collab, like how it's gonna live on like forever, and like people value the artist just as much as they value the production. So not
But
everything.
that just comes down to the artist, because a different artist could have done those same beats. And like, well, the thing is, the Lucid Dream song is from Sting, you know what I mean? Like that's already like, and that's the thing about production, is that like that chord progression that Sting played, that guitar was already solid. Like you couldn't lose with that beat, you know what I'm saying? Like it was already such a solid progression, because just mathematically it was good, you know what I'm saying? That's just like math. Like sometimes music is just math, you know what I'm saying? And like I feel like the best producers, people like Nick Mira, people like Cardo, you know what I'm saying? People like D. Will, like we Pvlace, me, fucking Southside, they get the math of like what makes a melody good and what makes a good song, and then like they put it together, you know what I'm saying? And then the best rappers understand the math of making an engaging verse, you know what I mean? Just the thing is just as rap gets more pop, it's easier to get away with a not engaging verse, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This was a really dope conversation. I've learned so much, and wow, this has just been a pleasure. We talked about so many different things. I was out here because I was just so intrigued by everything. I'm so appreciative of your publicist too for putting this together. You guys, the For the Culture collection will be launched on the Avenue from the 31st of May. So make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you follow these guys on social media. Want to go ahead and drop your handles?
Oh yeah, Instagram.com/ oh wait, I gotta go back. Pvlace 808 Mafia too. Right. And then I'm over at Instagram.com/ Gunboi. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Fomo Labs as well. Thank you, Fomo Lab, for partnering us. I think what's the Instagram?
It's Fomo_lab, I think.
Yeah, Fomo Labs, they're a partner for this collection. They're presenting it. So thank you to them. What else?
I think
that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.